What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. In the last video you saw us do the intake, the upgraded coils, spark plugs, which are one step colder, and we also did the oil separator that's on the motor as a maintenance item. So now we are going to be jumping ahead with some more performance things, and we're going to be installing IE Engineering Stage 1 tune on the Audi Q3. This is the dongle that you order with the tune. You plug it in, connect it to your laptop, make sure your car is on a charger, because you want to make sure that you are getting 12 volts to the car the whole time that the car is being tuned, so that you don't break your computer. So I'm going to set all this up now and connect to the computer, and then we'll go from there and try to get the Stage 1 tune on here and see what type of performance we get out of the car once we are done. Alright guys, so about 10 minutes has passed. We are about 98% done. I have to say, this has been really easy. The hardest part that I've had so far with trying to tune this car with IE's tuning software is connecting the USB cable to the dongle. For some reason it's a little tight, but let's do what it says. It says turn ignition off. Ignition is off. We're going to click that. Put the ignition back on, but we're not starting the car, so we're going to click ignition on. Congratulations, you have successfully flashed your car. Now go have some fun. Let's click finish. Alright guys, that's it. We're done. So let's just make sure we are good. I'm just going to turn the car back off. And let's turn the car back actually all the way on. So far so good. We got a tire pressure system malfunction, but they said that's normal at first, so we should just clear it and then try it again. Just clear it. It's something that might happen. There's a little bit of a stutter just now, but it could be the computer is just learning. But the car seems to be idling and everything fine. Everything seems good so far. And let me just exit out of everything, unplug everything, take the charger off the battery, and we could take this thing out for a drive. So let's just go over what the Stage 1 tune we could look forward to with the Stage 1 tune from IE Integrated Engineering. The Stage 1 is supposed to, on all stock hardware, we should make around 257 horsepower. I believe that's probably at the crank. You don't need any hardware upgrades required, so you could do this on a bone stock car, nothing done. We have done the APR intake, we've done APR coils, we've done one-step colder spark plugs, and I'm thinking what else we're going to do. I'm planning on doing the downpipe and maybe a couple of other things to the turbo. Maybe, I don't know if we're going to upgrade the turbo yet, but that's probably going to be a Stage 2 tune that would be needed for those things. For Stage 1, you could technically put this on a bone stock car. We're gonna have a couple of extra things that it says that it'll I guess learn and make changes once it detects that you have those things on the car. This does support 91 and 93 octane. We have 93 octane in the car, so that's what we're doing. The rev limiter is raised to 7,000 RPM. I believe the stock RPM is like 6,000, but it kind of goes up to, I think, what, like 65. It starts getting the red dots. So I don't think it really stops at 6. I think it actually goes past 6, and it goes about 65 if you're really pushing it all the way to the rev limiter. So it looks maybe another 500 RPM to get to the 7,000 RPM range. It does remove the road speed limiter. It says all protocols for safety is kept intact. It is compatible with cold air intake, intercooler. Oh yeah, we definitely need to do an intercooler on this car. I would love to do that. It's so hard to find a company that does it on this model Q3. It looks like on the newer car, everyone's focusing on the newer cars, which I guess from a manufacturer point of view, they're gonna look at the new stuff. You know, I don't know if many people are really upgrading the Q3. I know there's a few out there, but I really like the car. I think it needed this extra boost of power. I think this is probably where the car should be. I can't wait to get it on the road and actually drive it and see how it feels. But it should be pretty. I think it's going to be a quick car. Yeah, but pretty much does all of that. I believe for this model car, you have to use a computer to do it. On the newer cars, I believe you can even flash it from your phone with the same OBD2 adapter. I believe this is a wireless OBD2 adapter, but it has the option to plug it in, which is what we did, and connected it to a laptop. It has to be Windows 7 Plus. I mean, everyone's on Windows 10, so I don't see anybody having an issue with that. It was really easy, I have to say. No problems at all. Everything connected right. It picked up the car, the engine codes, as far as like what type of engine's in here. The Q3 doesn't have the DSG, which I wish it did. It looks like a lot of the Volkswagen cars, some of them had the DSG transmissions, but this one does not, so we don't have the tune for the DSG. When I did speak to IE, Integrated Engineering's before, because I wanted to go stage 2 at some point, and I wanted to see if it was possible to do it on this car. They said because the car doesn't have a DSG, that the stage 2 may not work for this car. I'm hoping that, you know, once we start figuring things out and maybe doing a couple other upgrades, maybe I could reach out and talk to them and see if they can maybe do a custom tune, or figure out if they have a tune that's a low torque tune, so that we don't damage the transmission by putting too much torque, you know, through the drivetrain. But let's you know, I think we're done. It was super quick. It took about 10-15 minutes at the most doing everything, and it was really easy. Let's get it on the road, and I'll tell you guys how I feel and what I think about the tune. Guys, so I'm back in the Audi Q3. I've been driving it for a while, since we did the tune. It's been over a month, and I have to say it definitely wakes the car up. If you have a stock Audi Q3 and you don't really want to put, you know, modify the car too much, I would say do the tune. The stage 1 tune from Integrated Engineering doesn't need any aftermarket parts on the car, and you would see a huge difference. I mean, the car pulls a lot better. You feel like you have more power throughout the whole power band. That weird, not really weird, but kind of the lethargic acceleration at the lower speeds is now gone. I feel like I'm more confident in the car, you know, merging into traffic and, you know, just passing cars and, you know, all that stuff. And I have to say, I really like it. I haven't seen any problems, no hiccups. The car drives kind of like stock until you get into it a little bit. And it's really good. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I mean, it sucks that the stage 2 kit that they make for the Q3, but only the Q3s that have the I forgot what transmission. I guess it's the dual clutch transmission or the Tiptronic transmission. I forgot which one it's called. But for the stock transmissions that come in on these cars, they said that I guess it won't hold the torque or the horsepower. I hope they might maybe come up with like a low torque tune for this so that I can use it, because I would like to do the downpipe. I would like to put on a bigger intercooler, which, you know, those are kind of hard, but I'm thinking maybe we can modify something to make it work. And just so you guys know what we currently have done to this car, we have an APR intake, we have APR coils, and 1-stage Holder spark plugs is what we've done performance wise. The coils are, I think it's like 10% more spark, so I mean it'll help with combustion, and you know, the added boost, I guess it stops it from, you know, instead of you getting a detonation, well, you know, I guess detonation would be one, but also, you know, blowing the spark out, I believe, so that the smaller gapping on the spark plugs help with that when you start, you know, raising boost. Honestly, at these levels, the probably stock plugs and coils would be fine. But it's just, you know, I was in there, I wanted to do it. We were already at almost 70,000 miles. So, you know, I felt it was time to change the spark plugs, just do kind of a tune-up. And I really like the intake, you know, and I think it really dresses up the engine bay. And you get a little more induction sound, which is really cool. As you can see if you follow along. I'll try to tag some of the videos up above so you guys can check it out. But the car does feel really good, especially when you're on the highway accelerating. Now with the tune, you actually rev all the way to 7,000 RPMs. This car is interesting because you would think it would die out higher up in RPMs, but it doesn't. It actually feels like it pulls all the way through the RPMs, the higher RPMs, and you feel like you're making some power. But I would recommend it. Especially if you don't plan on doing a lot of mods, maybe the same thing, just like you could probably even do just a drop-in air filter if you wanted to. I'm guessing that the tune, from most people say, will learn to some extent. I mean, it won't go as far as like a downpipe and stuff like that, but as far as an intake, you know, the spark plugs, the coils, like, I think that'll be fine. I don't think that would be a big issue. I mean, a front mount intercooler, honestly, that can help you no matter what, just to keep your intake air temperatures down. So if you can get a front mount intercooler, if you can make one yourself, you know, that would be cool. And, you know, I think it's a worthwhile thing to do if you're interested in messing with your Q3. So guys, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.